Hello everybody, welcome to IT Skills channel. My name is Aidan. In today's video I want to talk to you about AI vibe coding, and I've been doing this for a while now. I use a various tool, the likes of Cursor. As you can see here, I'm using the Cursor, and I was able to use different version of the Cursor. I use Claude Sonnet 4, Opus, GPT-5, O3, and I want to just go give you an overview what I have in my experience so far. So first of all, Cursor is not cheap, and vibe coding right now, I don't think it's at where it's supposed to be. I will tell you what I made with it shortly, but before you start to spend a lot of money, I want to tell you the price and details, how much this cost me, and what I was able to create with. So number one, what is the whole purpose of using Cursor? Well, if you're a developer, you have money coming in to use Cursor, making a lot of application, websites, apps, you name it. You can use Cursor to speed up your development process. And it was very good, but you have to know what you're doing and you have to know what you want. If you do not know what you want or what you're doing, then this thing is going to become a money pit for you. If you are somebody who's new to learning Cursor, this is also good, but you need to know which plan to spend, because I try all the plans. And I tell you right now, you need to be very careful, because you could easily start spending money or fun on this thing and not able to create anything you want to. Right now, at the current stage of AI, vibe coding, it's not really clicking. It's great, but it's not as what $200 a month would be, or $40 a month, or $60 a month would be. So let me show you again. This is Cursor dashboard. This is my project. I was able to go ahead and create everything. You can see this is what my project frame looks like. I created all this thing, monitoring, IT monitor, IT conference suite. I did a lot of things with it. And this is pretty much done all through Cursor and Creo AI. This is another vibe coding, but before I show you the other vibe coding tool, let's finish Cursor. The Cursor tool you can see here, it's actually very impressive. So let me go ahead and actually show you the price cost for the Cursor. So if you go to Cursor main page, it's loading right now. So you can see what I used. So this is what I end up using with Cursor. And you can see here I used all these models, and you can see how much it cost. So for example, the Opus alone costs $200. The Opus alone. Opus is great, but $200 for 52 million token, it's a lot of money. And a lot of times when you set your code to set autocomplete, this costs even more. You definitely need to make sure that your prompt is singular prompt that contains everything you need, because the more prompt you send, the more token it uses. The next thing I used is Claude Sonnet 4 Thinking, and that one I used about $137. That one I used the majority time, and you can see I used 258 million. That's a good price, I think, for that much. But the best price for your buck is going to be GPT-5. I've been using this for about a month now, and I can comfortably tell you GPT-5 gives you the most for your money, but it's not always great at coding. So you have to pick your battle there. And then Claude Sonnet 4, I used that for about $12. Again, it's also decent, compared to GPT-5. GPT-5 is like the ground, in my opinion, compared to Opus. It's not like Opus. It's better than Sonnet 4 in some areas, and it does very good job on fixing syntax error. So if you have a code, or you did some vibe coding and AI broke the code, GPT-5 most likely is going to fix it for you. Opus the O3 was most disappointing, because it didn't really do anything. Also, same thing with Grok. Grok did not do anything at all for me. That's why I used the least amount of time. Overall, I used about 660 million tokens to create this behemoth project. And this project, I'm going to show you in a second, was very good. I enjoyed it, but I just use other things. You can see here, I back to my users history, goes back all the way to July 15th or July 21st, I would say. Let me go back to July 20th. Let me see. Let me just do 24th, I think. Not July 24th. Maybe August. Started getting into August or something. Yeah, so August is. So I started getting into about August 7th, maybe August 3rd. Yeah, August 9th, or sorry, August 7th till present day. been doing it. And then you can go on demand usage, which you can go beyond your subscription. I don't recommend you do this. You can go broke before you know it. So this is kind of what, my billing used to, send. So if I go to any subscription, you can see here, this is going to take me to what I've been paying. I've been paying $200 a month for this. A lot of money to be paying for that. So anyways, let's go back. Now that you saw what we're paying, what do we create with this thing? So if I go to my main website right now, this is a dashboard I created with. This is what I was able to modify. Now this original code was created by someone else, a friend of mine, and I made and enhanced the dashboard to my liking. The original dashboard just looked like it didn't have all these features. I added all this personal, I added media and learning, I added infrastructure and services, I added PowerShell scripts. I added all these things for me to make my IT infrastructure experience better. Now, I don't know if it's something you consider worth it for $200 a month, or if I could have hired somebody at Fiverr.com to build me something for $200. So, but the point is, this is done by myself. I had to just think about it and do it. And this is all done with vibe coding. I'm not a developer. I'm not a programmer. I don't code. I just use vibe coding. Now, there was a lot of, let's just say, agony thing to think about, because I had to deal with a lot of, let's just say, AI failing to do most of the task. And then you go back in there, you deal with it, you fix this thing. But overall, I went ahead and made a nice tools for me to make things easier for me. Those are some of the things you can see I'm showing you around. I made some document, I made some notes, etc. So overall, it was pretty good, pretty decent. But the hassle, I don't know if it's worth for everybody else, because all this thing you see did not fully finish. It's still not complete project. It's still beta. So what I mean by that, if I go to here, Azure Fundamental and the certification here, I still don't like what I see here. It's getting good, but I wanted to make sure that this thing is fully done. And to get this done, it requires more token. And you can see some of the pages don't really work to the way I want to. But overall, what I'm saying to you is that when you go with AI vibe coding, go with the mindset that you may not be able to create this nice, fully finished product. Everything feels like it's going to be always in development. And that's okay, as long as you're not mind trying out, failing here and there. But you can see I created Active Directory modular tool where you can manage Active Directory on the web. And even though Active Directory on-premise is old school technology, you can make a web UI and manage everything else. And I'll show you in a second how that is done. And let me see, did it connect to our domain? No, it didn't connect to it. So let me type in my domain. I'm gonna connect to one domain, just show you here. Point of the matter is that I have to say this, and I say this with honesty, it's gonna be tricky to get away from for the majority of us, because it is not going anywhere anytime soon. So the noise is always gonna be there. But from what I can tell you, the noise doesn't mean that the product is ready. So you just have to make sure that you understand that. Don't get yourself into debt. I test this for you guys so you don't have to do it. So I'm just telling you right now, it's not going to give you a finished article. This is what my Active Directory management tool looks like. This is actually now ready in production. So you can see here I have two domains. One is ready, the other one is not activated, so I have to activate it. But you can see it tells me how many domain functional and force functional I have, how many users I have, how many groups, how many computer objects. Overall, it's pretty nice. It gives you my password policy. It gives you failed logins in the last 24 hours, disable users, and then you can go to user section. This is all the user you can search, or you can do activities on them. So if I come over here, do want to disable this username Kaka, I'm gonna just simply hit disable, and then that should be disabled. Now, if I go back to scroll down to just search Kaka, hold on, let's see. So I don't know where he went, but the point of the matter is that you can see here, this thing is super ready to go. And that's something that I'm pretty proud of that I built, but it was not easy to get all this thing done. I'm just going to create a new user. Just go ahead, supply. Just call this one. We're going to call this one Saka. We're going to give this one Saka. This is the soccer player name, Bukayo Saka. And then you can see here, I'm gonna give it UPN or username. I automatically add him to group if I have a group here. So the group I'm gonna add him is gonna be, it should show me all the groups available, and I'm gonna add him to the automation users, and then I'm gonna say account must be enabled, and I can uncheck this box, and I'm gonna hit create. Oh, I didn't set a password. You have to set a password. So no password means that it's not gonna work. So let me go ahead and put my password in, and then hit create. Password must be not complex enough. All right, that should be good. I'm gonna do an email too. Point of the matter is that you can see here this tool, it's amazing, but it's not overnight. So I had to put an email in. Now Saka is created. You can see that, and it's enabled and it's ready for us. It's created today. So if I go ahead to the dashboard now, we have 8 users. You can see everything else is set up. If I go to users again, now I can see Saka over here, and we can just do a couple things with Saka. So if I click on the Saka account, you can see all the details and so forth. So point of the matter is that there's so much things I have done to this tool that you guys can do. You can see DNS, all the records that exist, you name it. So it's been great, but again, just know that you don't want to pay for the cost. Because of that, I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel my subscription with this cursor, or change my plan to $20 a month, because I'm paying $200 a month right now. I can't do that forever. It's too much money to deal with. So I either can change this plan to $200 to $20 a month or $60 a month, but it's not enough, because all the plans, you're gonna run out of tokens quickly. And $200 a month, I don't want to pay for it anymore. So I'm gonna try something alternative, something more economical. And so that way I don't have to spend money. This is the money that I could be using for something else, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So hopefully you guys saw what you can do with AI. The other AI tool that available on my preview next is Creo AI, but now with the cursor, I just show you a preview of what I created, and it's amazing. And this was in combination of cursor and other tools, but main thing is I use cursor for this, and it fixed everything, it compiled everything. I have PowerShell scripts. Obviously, this is essential for IT people. I have their scripts in one place. You can upload script, you can create new scripts, and so forth. It's amazing. I really love it. And so, but it wasn't easy. I'm just going to say this. It was not easy. So don't break the bank yet. And if you don't have an idea, basically what I can tell you with AI is have an objective, have a problem you want to solve with it, something to make your life easy. Example is that I created a form, expense reporting form. This is nice for me. It will analyze my personal expense. This is something I wanted to manage my finances better. Have a goal in mind. And once you have a goal, implement it with AI. If you don't have any goal, don't waste your money. Hopefully this was a good video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you want to see more of this, what I can create with the AI, what we can actually do with AI, let me know. Until next time, have a good rest of the day. Peace.